Good morning, true crime friends. How y'all doing? Listen, we got a verdict yesterday. We got a verdict in the state of North Dakota versus Nicole Rice. This one was hotly contested. We need to talk about it, but first, you know what you need to do. Please like this video and subscribe to the channel. That helps other people find us. Also, find me on social media, Facebook, Instagram, and Blue Sky. So look, Nicole Rice was accused in the unfortunate unaliving of her roommate back 18 years ago when they were young. Oh, the two girls fought and they hated each other, and Nikki had a real nasty mouth. She was also 18 years old and in anger management classes. So when the roommate was found no longer on this mortal coil, all the townspeople was like, you know Nikki did that. Nikki evil, E-V-I-L, evil. And so the case went cold. And everybody was just like, wait. I guess Nikki just gonna get away with this crime. And everyone was looking around like, we think she did it, but they never brought a case, so it is what it is. And then the TV show Cold Justice came to town, and they looked at all like the people who were people of interest. They looked around and they were like, it's Nikki. And listen, I was looking at the whole situation and I was like, she obviously, unfortunately, unalived her roommate, because this is, okay, that's not typically what 18-year-olds do, but that's what some 18-year-olds do. And this girl had a lot of anger issues. Well, the whole case, after 18 years being a cold case, the case went to trial. And all week, we've been talking about this case. And all week, I was like, first of all, she has a murdery face. So I am not on the jury because I do not live over there in North Idaho, where she lives, right? So they was not asking me. But I am the jury of public opinion, a big mouth lady on the internet living in New Jersey, right? So I was like, she looked guilty to me. She was doing all the sad face origami. She was, oh, if sad face was a person, everything about her was like, I'm very sad. And so, we go through the trial, and she did the smart thing. She did not get up and take the stand, and the state presented their evidence and the defense presented their evidence. And I was like, okay, internet, how long do we think she's going to go to jail? And the internet was very divided on this one. Some people were like, they do not have enough evidence. And I felt like she clearly has a murder face, so she obviously did it. Well, the jury heard all the evidence, and they went out and deliberated, and people were wringing their hands. And when they said the jury had a verdict, I was like, oh, Nikki about to go to jail. Okay. Let me go watch Nikki go to jail. Imagine my surprise when they go in there and the judge is like, we of the great state of North Idaho, find her not guilty. And listen, I clutched my pearls. I was watching this verdict over there on the Recovery Addict. Did you see Scott's face? Scott was like, he was like that emoji where the mouth was just like a big round. Oh, everybody was shocked. But here's the thing that really shocked me about this. Honestly, because everybody here on the internet was so divided, I knew how I felt about it. Honestly, I still know how I feel about it. But look, if the jury found her not guilty, it's not my job to go around and say she's guilty, even though I feel like she's guilty in my spirit, right? But okay, she got off. I would rather see a guilty woman go free than an innocent person get locked up. So, okay. And keep in mind, this is the real question when anything goes to trial, right? It's not, did the person do it or did the person not do it? The real question is, did the state have enough evidence to prove that she did it? And in this case, the answer to that question was no. The jury was like, girl, it's going to be a no for me. Also, what you need to know, I didn't realize until I was watching on the court TV that this case had a change of venue, right? This girl's from Minot, North Dakota. Okay, she was from a small town, right? And then there was too much publicity, so they moved the case from her small town to like a bigger town. And so the people in the bigger town were like, we don't know this heifer, but we feel like y'all don't have enough evidence. And so they still got a jury of like her peers, sort of her peers adjacent. From the bottom of my heart, I hope this girl didn't do it. If she is truly innocent, then I hope she goes on and lives a happy, free life. If this girl is truly guilty, I hope she is tortured by like the thought that she did terrible, evil things. Now listen. Once upon a time, I was 18 years old, and I was not a very good roommate. In fact, some people who used to be my roommates may have said I was a terrible roommate, mostly because I was spoiled and entitled and I was 18 and I knew everything. Don't 18-year-olds know everything? Now listen, did I unfortunately unalive anybody? No, I didn't even unfortunately unalive a plant. I just had a bad attitude and was selfish and entitled, as some 18-year-olds won't, or as some 18-year-olds are. I was just a little bitchy. Okay, who knew? I know I was not always the charming, delightful specimen that you see before you today. But back in the day, honey, I was a whole mess. My act right was a little bit loose. It was installed, but it was a little bit loose. Please hold on and talk my throat dry. Hang on. So after the verdict, as soon as the verdict is read, her lawyers had an outburst, right? They were like, yeah, la, la. You would have thought they won a sports game. Now that, in my opinion, was gross and unnecessary. Everybody calm down. Somebody still lost their life. I understand, lawyers, that you are excited that your client won this trial and she's going to go home, and she cried demurely, and then she was just like, okay, and fine. But those lawyers celebrating and high-fiving, it was gross. Anita Knutson, the decedent, her parents just got up and left. They're like, we're not going to get no justice. We're just not. And I feel terrible for them, because are they going to get justice in this? No. But here's a couple of other things that we found out during the course of this trial. The local police department was kind of crooked, and the lead detective was doing some nasty, terrible things. Now listen, you want to do nasty, terrible things, you should maybe do them on your own time and while you're not at work. Also, maybe don't do nasty, terrible things. So the other thing about the evidence in this was there was a tiny little bit of DNA from an unknown male under her fingernail. And I'm like, ooh, where'd this tiny bit of DNA come from? I don't know. And maybe the tiny bit of DNA was just the reasonable doubt that jury needed to be like, it might have been that terrible roommate with the origami face, but maybe it was not her. Unclear. Look, after the verdict happened, Nikki went out with her family or whatever, and they all got together and they stood in a big circle and they said a prayer. And Court TV was like, oh, wait. They're praying. Somebody get a camera over there. So tacky. People can't have just like a moment alone. Honestly, in my opinion, they should have stood back at a nice remove and let that family have their moment. Yes, I personally think the girl did it, but she still is entitled to some sort of like dignity and humanity. They should have just let her say her little prayer over there and leave her alone. Instead, Court TV was like, could you pray a little louder, please? We got this microphone over here. Can you speak up? We're gonna put a boom overhead. We got a boom over here. Okay, go on, talk. Jesus gonna hear you better with this boom mic. Go on and finish your prayer. And whatever family member was saying the prayer said that we hope that the Knutson family finds some justice and some peace and whatever, which I thought was really sweet and really kind. Also, Nikki's auntie testified against her. I got questions. Is auntie still invited to Thanksgiving? I'm asking for myself, because y'all, Rich auntie had a lot to say. Oh yes, she flew in on her plane and she was just like, okay, I'm here. My Botox is on point. My hair is gorgeous. My outfit looks expensive. I'm puckering my lips. And I'm going to say things about my niece, who I thought was like my daughter, but now I realize she's garbage. I think she unfortunately allowed that girl. She knew facts about the case that people should not have known, but maybe because it's a small town, Nikki got that holdback information from someplace else. Unclear. I do not know. But something tells me Rich auntie not gonna be invited to nothing else. But also, Nikki got up there and told her lawyers, well, Rich auntie went to rehab, so she probably a drug addict or something. She got issues with her memory. I don't know what's wrong with her. So everybody just putting everybody's dirty business out here for God and all the world to see. Now listen, if it was my family, I would be real super duper mad. But because it's not my family and I'm super nosy, I'm like, tell me every single thing. What else did Rich auntie do? Also, y'all not gonna be able to fly on the private plane over to Rich auntie's ski chalet come this winter. So who's the loser here? I mean, I guess Nichole won because she's not in prison and she gets to go on and raise her 2 kids, live her life happily ever after. Did this cause a rift in her marriage? Was her husband like, look, if I was that husband, I would be like, if she burned dinner, don't say nothing. Don't say nothing. Keep your mouth shut. Mama, baby, this dinner is delicious. We just gonna scrape the black off and keep going. Kids, don't say nothing. You know how mama gets. She got away with unfortunately unaliving somebody one time. We all know what might happen the second time. Y'all, don't park near her at the Walmart. I'm just saying. The jury found her innocent. Well, the jury found that the state did not have enough evidence. Next time she do something bad, y'all better commence to collecting evidence. Rich auntie, you gonna get a security detail? I'm just asking, cause rich auntie girl, you not safe. Okay, so look, I don't know what case we're gonna cover next. I'm really mildly obsessed with the Zizians. That Karen Reed get on my nerves, so I'm not dealing with her at all, cause yuck. And then also, Mama Donna Adelson. I was over on the Tanika's 2 cents yesterday, and Tanika has the full footage of Donna Adelson being transferred from South Florida up to North Florida. And halfway through the trip, Mama Donna has an anxiety attack during which she thinks she's dying. And she's like, my hands, my feet. And they feed her water all baby bird style. You know baby bird style. When you just hold your head back and somebody just like dumps the water in your mouth. Mama Donna was a whole mess. I was like, Donna girl. Donna's like, I've never felt like this before. And I'm like, about to go to prison? Convicted of a crime? What you never felt like before, girl? Because you're looking crazy. And I know that Donna was very upset. She had clearly worked herself up. But what I was looking at was an anxiety attack. Or possibly withdrawal from some of them drugs your husband been prescribing to you. Allegedly. I have no facts. You did not come here for facts. Y'all, this is not Reuters. This is not BBC America. This is gossip, rumor, and the innuendo. You are here for gossip, rumor, and innuendo. Please keep that forefront and in the front of your mind. I am not reporting news. This is all my opinion. And in my opinion, Mama Donna had an anxiety attack at the thought that she was going to have to go live in the Alabama portion of Florida with all those people that she said were not really human or they were beneath her or whatever it was. She's like, ew, I'm going to have to live in jail with the poors. Oh my God. Yes. She was freaking all the way out. I was like, girl, I know an anxiety attack when I see one. I had one in the dentist's office when he tried to fill a cavity. I'm not good with dental stuff. Oh, I really do not like it. Freaked my poor dentist out. He was like, what is wrong with this heifer? And I know these officers are like, this heifer, because she don't want to go to jail. Okay, ma'am, don't do crimes. And then you don't have to worry about going to jail. But look, I need to go to work. What am I doing sitting here talking to y'all? Listen, y'all get out there and have a good true crime day. What? Are you ready for the Sloth 5K? I got my Sloth 5K t-shirt in yesterday. Just find the Sloth 5K playlist. All the information for the Sloth 5K is there. I'm going to see y'all in the next video. Don't forget to like this one and subscribe to the channel. I will see you soon. Bye.